Who's that Pokemon?
What's up? This is Max, aka Swaggergus, and I'm back on the Pokemon Showdown server, and I'm going to be bringing you some pretty good content here today. I was actually hoping for another Venoshock sweep with my Venoshock team. I actually replaced the Wormadam with a Wormadam Steel, but my Liepard actually puts in some pretty good work in this battle, so I'm going to be showing you that. It's not the same gay Parafusion Liepard set we've all known to grow and hate, so let's just jump right into it. I'm going to lead with Garbodor as he leads with Magcargo. I know he has no sort of spinner, so I'm just going to try and get up all my hazards here. And he's just going to continually go for the Lava Plume, hoping for a burn after he gets up his Stealth Rocks. Unfortunately, he does not get the burn. And knowing that I can't really switch back in because of these Stealth Rocks, I'm just going to explode, knowing even that it won't do anything just because this is fully defensive Magcargo and it's a monster. So I'm going to bring in Skuntank to use the Hidden Power Water and decimate this Magcargo, but he goes for the Protect and sees something fishy with the Hidden Power, so he brings in a fish of his own in the form of Wailord. That was the gayest joke I've ever made, but it's just this really stally set as I bring in my Wormadam Steel, and he's toxic, so he's not going to be able to outstall me, as I just start going for some Iron Heads, and knowing that he's probably going to have to leave here because he can't do anything while he's asleep, I'm just going to take this to get up my Stealth Rocks, and in comes the Magcargo again, who I figure is going to go for the Lava Plume again, so I'm going to go for Iron Head just to flinch him so he can't do that. But he actually gets the Flame Body on me and gets the burn anyway, which is pretty unfortunate because my Iron Head's not going to be doing much after the burn, and I don't have any investment in attack, but I'm going to continue to do it just because the Toxic's racking up. And he actually reveals that he has Recover, so I'm going to try and get out of there, thinking he might go for a second Recover, as he actually goes for the Lava Plume, which does a significant chunk to my Skuntank, but he again does not get the burn. I'm going to go for Venoshock, seeing that this is a pretty ideal time to sweep, and in comes the Machoke, who I know I can outspeed because I'm Choice Scarfed, but he appears to have some sort of special defense EVs because he takes it pretty well, but he dies to the Aftermath. And in comes my Liepard, and this is where it actually starts to do some work. I'm going to go for the Substitute, and he's going to miss the jump kick, which is really unfortunate for him, but it doesn't do much besides speed up the battle because I could continue to sub-stall him and toxic stall him, and that Sucker Punch is going to do a lot of his health. In comes the Haunter, and I'm once again going to Sucker Punch. This is a really ideal position for me because when Liepard's behind a sub, you can Sucker Punch, and if they don't go for an attack, then you can Encore it, which is what I really like about this set. It's a max speed, max attack Liepard, and Liepard does have some decent attack. In comes the Dunsparce, and I have not revealed Encore yet, and he actually is going to go for the Coil, but this is not going to help him out at all, because I'm able to Encore that Coil, and no matter how much his defenses get up, he's going to die to the Toxic eventually, so I'm just going to go for the Aerial Ace, knowing that he can continue to coil all he wants, but it won't be of any aid to him. And at this point, the battle's definitely mine because all he has left is the Sleeping Wailord, who can't touch my other four guys, really. At this point, he does die to the Aerial Ace and the Toxic, and in comes the Wailord, and I sped this part up a lot because all he did was stall, even though he had no chance of winning. But eventually, even though Liepard could have taken this out, I thought it was just too lame to sit here and click Aerial Ace all day, so I decided to go in my Brave Bird, my Braviary, and just Brave Bird this thing to death.